Nadia, can my employer redeploy me to do other work not related to my current job because of the pandemic?
Okay, so now whoever's viewing this is going to hate me because I'm going to say it depends again. So, in light of the COVID-19 pandemic, orders may be made under Ontario's Emergency Management and Civil Protection Act, as well as related regulations, permitting an employer to redeploy an employee to do other work. Now, at the same time, an employee may have a legitimate code related reason why they cannot do the other work, or they may need accommodation to do the other work based on their disability, family status, and or age. Now, this is going to depend on the nature of the other work, related health and safety risks, as well as the person's individual circumstances and current advice from public health officials during the pandemic. Now, this is going to be key because, as we all know, the regulations and advice, they're constantly changing. So employers need to be very mindful of what the current state of the law is and what the current state of the guidance is so that they can show that they're taking reasonable steps to protect workers. And now the important thing to keep in mind is that if an employee is unable to do the other work or their current job for code related reasons, the employer should explore possible accommodation options, including whether there is other productive work for the employee to perform. And this is very important, as Stuart also said, a couple of times. Employees often underestimate their rights, and employers often overestimate what their obligations are going to be. And it's very important for employers and employees to both realize that they don't have to create a new job that is not needed within the workplace. So it has to be some sort of meaningful or productive work. But if that work isn't available, there could be other accommodation options, such as an unpaid leave of absence.
Yeah, I think that's a really, really good point, and it gets back to a point we always make, which is, you may not necessarily have to go along with the request for accommodation, but also if there is a need for accommodation, you have to go to the point of undue hardship, but that doesn't mean creating an entirely new job just to allow someone to come to work. So we talk about that in non-COVID times, but it's certainly relevant now.